Yeah, what's up, guys? So, the next matchup is gonna be a PvT between MC and Polt. MC, retired player, but he's actually top 20 on the Korean Grandmaster ladder, so he's doing quite well for himself and in the tournament as well. So this should be a pretty great match. Polt taking already down two Protosses, so Polt's entire run has been
all
PvT.
yeah.
And TVP has always been one of his strongest matchups.
Definitely.
Yeah. The Nexus Sniper. So this should be a pretty great match. The first map will be Dust Towers. I hope you guys already placed your bets. But we'll be jumping right into the game. Right meow. Taylor, this is your area of expertise, of course, TVP. So Taylor will be mostly carrying the cast here.
Are you going to be agreeing with me with everything? Like finishing my sentences?
I'll try to finish your sentences because that's what you do.
Okay. I'm just trying to be go-to like you.
You can never be like me.
Well, yeah, I'm Asian.
Oh, you're Asian now? Yesterday you were white, now you're Asian.
Alright, guys.
Brown.
So spawning in the bottom position of Dust Towers, we have the blue Protoss player. It is MC, the boss toss himself. And spawning in the top position, representing CM Storm, we have the red Terran player, Polt.
All right, Taylor. So what do you think about this map for the matchup? Is there any features that, make it different than other maps?
It's a really nice, it's pretty nice straight up game. I would like to see Polt go for the Cyclone, like we talked about before, just because he does like getting that Cyclone, just to fend off any War Prisms or whatnot. Protosses do like going War Prisms on this map. They can go Stargate or something tricky, but going Stargate nowadays isn't really PvT meta. War Prism is just an overall much more danger to a Terran player than an Oracle. Oracle, you get a missile turret in your middle line, you're relatively safe. But War Prism, if you let that go unhindered, they can get 5 Adepts in your middle line, and that does like extremes amount of damage compared to an Oracle. We do see Polt, he has gone CC first before, and this is a map that you could go CC first, but he's just going to opt for that 16 rack, 16 gas, get that Reaper, get that scouting.
He is going to get up against MC. I mean, MC, a very aggressive player, Polt is very familiar with. Of course, they've
run into each other
forever,
a couple times.
But
MC going for the pretty much standard PvT. He is going to scout and not see a CC first. He could have gotten that from the gas count just because you cannot do that right away. But he's going to harass this SCV. Polt should micro around, wait for the Reaper to come out, pick it off. Knowing this, Polt...
I think that MC could have blocked that, though, right?
Yeah, he could have. He definitely could have. And I don't know why he didn't, but maybe he just...
I don't think it was a decision. I think it was just an oversight.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, you can always build the CC off area and then just lift it off.
Yeah, but then you lose mining time. So,
yeah,
so there's
course,
no reason to not block.
And actually, Polt's going for I think this is a 2 racks. He's done this on Preon Terraces against Hearthstone. And he did the 2 racks into 1 factory with the safety bunker, getting that Cyclone, also getting Engineering Bay. So he's playing this, he's pretty much doing the same thing he's done. He's only done 2 builds, pretty much. This one and the CC first build into 3 racks. He's going to scout up here. He's going to see pretty much a standard thing. He does see the Adept, and the Adepts do kill Reapers relatively quickly. Photon Overcharge will take out that Reaper, because Pylons do fight back in Legacy of the Void, which is a pain.
So yeah, the Reaper really not getting a lot of scouting information from Polt, probably not what he was hoping for or expecting. So how does this work? Like, especially against a player like MC, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's probably have to spend a scan. And,
definitely. Right around probably the 6-minute mark, he'll throw down a scan. He is going to go for that Cyclone, nonetheless. It is just such a good unit to get. He even got a bunker. Going for 2 barracks means you're able to up your production while researching STEM, while getting that tech lab for the Cyclone, excuse me. And he got an Engineering Bay last time. He might skip out to get a quicker starport, but we'll see.
Do you think you would, given that he wasn't able to scout with the Reaper, though? This could very well be a Stargate. I mean,
it could. It could be anything, really. It could be Hidden Twilight. Like, it could be Proxy, but we do see that War Prism out on the map, or building, I'm sorry. But the Cyclone should shoot away. MC should not commit into a Warp In. If he was to preemptively Warp In for Depths and just drop them into the natural, it could get some damage done, plus scouting information. And we see from MC, if he goes for 4 additional gates, which he's doing. He does like this 5-gate War Prism harass. He does this in PvZ, but it might as well work in PvT too. But the Cyclone is moving across the map. You can be pretty aggressive with the Cyclone. It is a pretty mobile unit, but it's not as tanky as you think. You might be able to pick...
No, it's not as tanky as I think. I think it's exactly as tanky.
Well, in the beginning of the beta, it was extremely tanky.
Fair enough.
Just so people that have played the beta, the Cyclone was relatively tankier than it is now.
This Cyclone might actually back into MC's Adepts. That could be huge.
But Polt does see this War Prism, and the Cyclone's out of position. This is actually great for MC. If he drops these Adepts, gets a big warp in, I don't think he's going to commit to it, but the Adepts are just trading really well. The Cyclone does get a lock on the War Prism, but MC pulling out of range. Oh, wait, did it get taken out? Oh, barely just not taken out. One more hit would have done it.
Soaking up so many shots from the Marauder, by the way, or with the Marauder, by the way. I think that MC could have focus fire a little bit better, but like you said, he does get that extra warp in, and that's gonna spell trouble for Polt.
Oh yeah. But with the Cyclone here.
Oh, nice! What a wall!
Yeah, what a
Beautiful.
wall. Terrans are known for their walls.
Yes. So if you like making walls, play Terran.
But the Cyclone is gonna get taken out from the Adepts.
Is it though?
Oh no, it just. Really sneaky.
Of course it is,
yeah,
Taylor.
because I'm always right?
Yeah.
And but the War Prism's still alive, and that means continuous Adepts. Like the Adepts will always do really well against Marines. The Marauders are the only thing that will not die to like 3 hits from an Adept. But he is taking so many SCV losses. And another Warpin, like with no Marines, there's nothing to kill the War Prism. It was down to only red health. It was like had like 30 health and 2 shield from the Cyclone. But there's nothing to kill it now. Like there's literally no Marines on the ground because the Adepts will just kill him. And he knows if it's just Marauders, he can always micro
so many
it.
losses already. I mean, Polt is in such an awkward position. He doesn't have a 3rd CC to rely on for extra mules or anything like that to catch back.
Widowmine will get a good hit on... Oh, nice target fire from Polt. He target fired that Widowmine on the War Prism. He even got a Viking for it. He's going to land it, of course, because there's no point to keep it in anti-air mode. He does have the natural secured. If he had a 3rd, I would say he's in a really good position. But just being on 2 base, he's lost so many workers.
Yeah, so his income is going to be significantly worse than MC, and MC has a couple of options here when you're ahead in income like this. Either you can continue to take advantage of that and know that your army, that you will be able to build more of an army than Polt will be able to do, especially seeing the CC here, that might make him commit to a 2-base push rather than taking a 3rd.
And he's got that totally set up. He has the War, he built another War Prism, which is a little iffy, but he's getting this Immortal, and he's going to move across the map. He has not taken a 3rd, and this is going to be a strong follow-up push. He's still on the 5-gate pressure, and he's not throwing any forages, which makes me want to, like, he's probably going to go for this strong push and pretty much just try to kill Polt.
And I think that he will be able to. I mean, again, like if like Polt had a couple of things that you could do when you're behind, right? Like either you take a risk in taking a 3rd and trying to catch back up an economy, or you just make a lot of army and hope that your opponent attacks. But MC very smartly, his follow-up was observers right away, which allows him to know what Polt is doing.
Look at this,
and
huge Adept warp in.
Yeah, that's huge. And this is just buying time so while he sets up more production for a follow-up attack. Now. So this is I mean, fantastic for MC. I would have rather maybe seen him.
Wow.
Wow.
Wall was down. The Adepts get into the main. War Prism escapes. The medevac with the Widowmine is going to get taken out by the remaining units at the base of MC, and they get actually thwarted away, and the Widowmine just dies because there's so much DPS. But there's nothing to actually kill this War Prism. With Stalkers and Adepts, you can't just send your already orange stemmed up bio against this. Because War Prism will always just micro back the weak units. Like, you don't really need Blink if you have a War Prism, because you just pull it back. And if you see SCVs being pulled and just trading away units for workers at the moment, MC's in a huge advantage, and there's nothing really to do. And GG is called, and MC will take game number 1.
Mincho with the upset, potentially.
Yeah.
I would say most people would expect Polt to win.
Yeah, Captain America. I do know that Polt does excel when the Protoss takes that 3rd, because he's able to stretch that Protoss. Like, as we've seen in every other TVP, he's just able to pull the Protoss out of position, and he always finds a way to kill Nexus. So, MC, he's like, I don't take a 3rd. I did a lot of damage. I'm just going to do a follow-up. And it worked out. And and taking out that Cyclone was really huge. Like, you can't really... The positioning that he had in the natural was perfect.
Yeah. And again, like with the observer, if MC doesn't see SEC, he can just take a third.
Yeah.
Right. And,
Yeah,
and,
play
and
safe.
continue. Yeah, continue to get a bigger economic advantage. So, you know, like Artosis once said, when you're ahead, get more ahead. But there's different ways that you can go about it and how to get ahead. So just simply put, there's two avenues. Either you're greedy or you attack. And having full information on what his opponent was doing, he just made the decision to attack. And it was always going to be unstoppable, I think, as long as MC didn't mess up. So great job by him. And we're actually just going to jump into it for the second map of the series, which will be Orbital Shipyard. We're loading it right now. No time wasted here.
I'm excited.
I'm super psyched.
Yeah, I'm tired, but I'm excited. Like, the passion is throwing through my veins. As we see in the top position of Orbital Shipyard, we have the blue Terran representing CM Storm. It is Polt. Captain America himself. He's gonna...
And in the bottom position, the red Protoss representing himself, it is Streamer MC.
Boss toss. Like,
Boss toss.
Yeah. So, we saw last time when we faced Hearthstone, Polt went for CC first into 3 racks, which actually did relatively well. We'll see how MC wants to play. He is not going for that Nexus first. He's going to play it safe, get a gateway. He knows that if he was to play greedy and Polt was to capitalize on it, then that's just the way that he could lose this game. And a map like Orbital Shipyard, like Polt can relatively pull MC out of play. So we'll see if MC wants to go. He's already getting double gas before anything, so it might be Stargate. Like I said, people don't really go Stargate anymore.
But what else would you use the double gas for?
Yeah. Quick. Actually, I don't know. Probably just a quick war prism. He might take off later.
Like a super fast robo. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, he could.
Yeah, but then you would have excess gas because you normally want to be warping in.
Most Protosses have been playing either really aggressive on one base or have gone for that quick expansion and just play that war prism game. And in CCs, Polt's going for that Reaper expansion, like he does in every game.
And well, not every game.
Well,
like you said,
like
he went the CC first before on this map, and that was playing to the map features, but also to the player, right?
Yeah.
Hearthstone is a much more macro-based player than MC is.
As we see here.
Yeah, MC likes committing to aggression, and that's why Polt is, you know, kind of scared here, playing it safe. He doesn't want to risk it, especially when there's his tournament line on
the early, super early gas. I think this is a robo. I think this is an immortal bust, but don't quote me on it. It's just that the gas seems a little too quick for a Stargate, but I might be proven wrong. I haven't really gotten the timings down, but Polt's going to be able to scout that there's no expansion. Well, unless he goes up next to a pylon, and then the pylon's going to kill him.
And it is Stargate, so I will quote you on being wrong. It's doubles. It's a Stargate and a gateway, actually.
So this is a pretty aggressive push.
Ray?
It might be an Oracle. I've seen people go both Void Ray and then Oracle and then Void Ray. But seeing how he's getting scouted, he might go straight for the Void Ray, break down the rocks, or break down the supply depots, and then send the depths in. Polt is going through the same build he did before, so we'll see if the Cyclone's able to get out on time. Because if the Cyclone's able to get out on time, it will be able to... Oh, wow. And this, okay, so I had the hardest trouble holding this. It's almost impossible to hold if you go Reaper first, because you do not have the DPS, and Polt knows this. He's going to send in his SCVs to try to break out the pylon. He is trying to kill the Adept, but it's not really the Adept, it's the pylons. The pylons are going to kill the wall.
Oh, and the Adept actually goes in. It forces the SCVs pulled back. Do you think that he should make a bunker further back or something like that?
Yeah, because this wall's going to break down, and as you can see, he canceled the bunker, salvaged it, and the Oracles come in, and the Adepts are going to come in, and he's supply blocked. Like, Polt, or he's not supply blocked right now, but he just lost both depots. He's at 28 out of 30. He needs to drop depots down, and he needs to get a Cyclone out. Like, I've seen this. Like, he can't even make the Cyclone right now. He's supply blocked. He should actually cancel it.
You can drop a supply thing instead of
a but right? Oracle comes in, and without that Cyclone, he just doesn't have enough.
Oh, but
Marines.
it might be suiciding here.
Just
so that's
barely.
Actually, that's actually a big commitment for MC there. I mean, the Oracle. I mean, the Stargate is pretty expensive. Now he does have a follow-up Oracle, and the Adepts are focusing on the Marines. So the follow-up Oracle is going to do so much damage. Plus the Mothers, of course, uncontested. So
without a bunker and without enough forces, the Adepts will just steamroll over everything, whether it's Marines or SCVs. And the only thing that's the saving grace is the Cyclone, but the supply block, it's just too delayed, and honestly, Polt's taking a lot of losses, over 10 workers. The Cyclone actually will take out the Oracle right away, so that's a really nice pickoff. Actually,
Oh, no!
wow.
He needed to repair that
Yeah.
Cyclone.
He needed
If he
to repair
repaired
that.
the Cyclone, I think he stood a decent chance of holding this, but without that...
The Depths
oh
are just
my
gonna
God, what
come
can
in
he
and
do?
just
It's
kill
gonna be
everything.
great, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. MC, such aggression.
Yeah, it is such a hard, those pylons up against the wall, it is so hard to hold that when you go Reaper first. If he
Yeah.
went CC first, he would have enough Marines to DPS down the pylons, but going Reaper first, you just don't have that. Especially if you go Reactor after that. But you gotta assume if you're gonna go for that Reaper expansion, you're gonna get the Reactor, because you have to produce the Marines. So, I mean, it's just like a build order loss. I've never seen a Terran hold that. Like, I've seen when Polt streams, he has such trouble holding that, and I think it's a really good build from MC for the map, just because you're able to proxy that Stargate relatively close to the ramp, and you also got that forward gateway, warping Adepts, just break down the wall, and as a Terran player, if there's no wall, you're always going to think Adepts are going to come in.
Yeah, absolutely. So really, really well done by MC, identifying the weaknesses in Polt's opener. Polt tried to play it safe, and again, that Cyclone could have made a huge difference had it been repaired, but just the way it went. So next up, we're gonna have Snoot against Solar for the third place match of the World War III Invitational, hosted by Root Gaming and sponsored by esportgaming.com/root, ttesports.com, and meltdown.bar, as well as Twitch, of course, our wonderful everlasting sponsors. So.
You said third place, Solar and Snoot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Third place is going to be Polt versus Snoot. It's going to be a great TVC that we have here, and the finals will be Solar against MC. So no matter what race you play, we have action coming up for you of the highest caliber.